Sunday. Welcome to Sunday Night Swatching. I am so happy to be back. I feel like it has been forever since I have been on for a Sunday Night Swatching. I basically ended up having the whole month of October off. I missed y'all, but I'm back. Um, in case you were wondering, the reason I had October off was October is marching band season up here. Both my sons next year will be in marching band, and we help out a lot. So it just gets super crazy. We have a lot of stuff going on with shows and practices and feeding the kids and whatnot. So I typically cannot do anything in October. And yes, we do have shows on Sundays. So it definitely did affect the schedule, but I'm back and I am very excited. Victorian Varnish is here. Hey. I'm very excited to be showing off some gifted PR. LJ Natural Nails is here. Hey, I missed you too. Thanks for popping on. I'm super excited. Tammy was sweet enough to send me some PR stuff to play around with. So we can go ahead and get right into that. And I'll try not to digress on life since I saw you guys last too much because we have a whole month to catch up on now. Um, and I'm excited. I want to hear what you guys have all been doing since I've been gone. So we'll definitely get to some chit-chatting, but let's take a look at some pretty polishes. All right, so Tammy was sweet enough to send me 6 polishes. Tammy's mixing. Yes, you have been a mixing fool lately, ma'am. So she has sent me 3 of her doorbusters that will be coming out November 28th. This is for the holiday launch, so Black Friday stuff. All these that I'm going to show you are available November 28th, 6 a.m. Central. I'll go over prices and whatnot as I go through them. So I've got 3 doorbusters, and then she sent me her Nostrils series. Thank you, Jessica. Polished out of hand. You and your shenanigans. I do not have the original that sparked this whole series yet. It is in my cart, but if you go on Tammy's website right now, victorianvarnish.com, you will see a polish called Cackles and Cauldrons. That is the polish that sparked this whole little series. And I have some insider info that it will not just be for Christmas time. There will be more nostrils coming. Anywho, but I have the holiday ones, so we're going to start with those. So again, Cackles and Cauldrons is the polish that started all. I do not have it yet, but I will be ordering it to go along with these. So first up, this is St. Nick's Nose Hairs. You could see right there the nostril series. It doesn't look like a whole lot in the bottle. You can see some sparkles. Tammy says she is always a bad influence. Yes, she is. We're talking about Jessica, polished out of hand on Instagram. If you know her, she always leads Tammy down some kind of rabbit hole. Well, this time it's nose hairs, apparently. So there she is, Jessica. We were just talking about you and your nose hairs here. I've missed you. Thank you for coming. Y'all talking shit. Yeah, but very lovingly. Very lovingly. So it doesn't look like a whole lot in the bottle. You will see what we're talking about once I get it on a swatch stick. This is St. Nick's Nose Hairs. So this series, they're going to be $11.50 each. There are 3 of them right now, in addition to the one that's in the shop right now. Again, it's Cackles and Cauldrons. So if you are a fan of the nose hairs, make sure you go pick that up too. Like I said, I have it in my cart. I just haven't gotten it yet. I'm waiting for the go-ahead from the hubby. So we'll go ahead and get our first coat on here, and you'll see exactly what we're talking about with the nose hairs, which is why it's called the Nostril series. Jessica, I'm happy to see your hands and hear your voice at the same time. I am happy to be back. I have missed this. I have missed everyone. Um, I did have to do some off-camera swatching because I was getting very piled up, so I apologize. I did not show off Tammy's last advent, the Speakeasy Spirits. I did get that, but my desk was getting so cluttered, I had to move some things. So those got swatched off camera. I apologize. All right, so here is St. Nick's nose hairs. And as you guys can see, Tammy, what are those officially called? Micro shreds? The little hairs, is that what they're officially called? So you can see, I mean, they definitely look like little nose hairs. I feel like, especially this one, this looks like my bathroom sink after my husband or my oldest son are done shaving. This is what my bathroom sink looks like, minus the round glitters. Tammy says, yep, I gotta find all the colors now. So obviously we're looking at a topper. I do believe they can be built up in probably 2 or 3 coats for at least faux opacity. Um, but I definitely think I would stick to toppering with these. And I do have a few things pulled. Like I started kind of playing a little bit earlier, just to kind of see what we could do with them. But we can get into some fun stuff later. You guys can throw some ideas out of what you might like to see. So that was St. Nick's nose hairs. Next up, we have Rudolph's nose hairs. So this one, obviously, you can see a little better in the bottle because, you know, it's not just all black. Sorry, just had to turn my heater off. For once, I'm actually warm, which is weird for me. I don't know what's going on. Anyhow, all right, here is Rudolph's nose hairs. I really like the red glitters in here. I think this one is going to be fun for Christmas. Throw that over a green and you have a Christmas tree. Or like a wreath. If you do like a stamping, like a leaf stamping background on green, it could be like the holly and berries. That would be cute. So, excuse me, I did kind of play around with this one. I'll show you in just a sec. So here's Rudolph's nose hairs in one coat. And I don't know if you guys can really see the little twinkles. There is some hollow in here. So you're getting those little sparks, which I think is fun. Tammy says, yes, complete with shed. All right, so there was that. That was Rudolph's nose hairs. So I did, like I said, kind of play around with it a little bit. I wondered if it would sandwich. No, this dried down matte because I didn't put top coat on it, but it sort of works. I'm not going to call it a total win, but like I said, I was just kind of playing around, trying to figure out what I could do with these. So this is from the Rainbow Jellies collection. This is B, the green. So it was a coat of B, and then a coat of Rudolph's nose hairs, and then another coat of B. I definitely like it better not sandwiched. I will say before I put the other coat of B on there, it actually looked really cute. But if you have those rainbow jellies, you can play around with that. I also did St. Nick's nose hairs. Oh, come on. Sandwiched there. But, like I said, I was just kind of messing around, trying to figure out what we could all do with them. So, if you guys have any ideas, anything like a color or anything that you would want to see any of these over, let me know. I'm happy to play around with these a little bit for you tonight. They are a lot of fun. And obviously, as with any topper, you know, the possibilities are endless. I just can't always think of all the possibilities. My brain does not brain that well. All right, last up of the Nostrils series, this is Frosty's nose hairs, which I think is probably my favorite because I am very partial to blue, but it's got all these pretty blue and white hexes in there. And then, of course, all the nose hairs. Do you have the Decadently Delightful pastels? Yes, I do, ma'am. Oh, yeah, I suppose those would be really good over those with the little shimmer in them. Get a little oomph in the base. I could pull out a few of those if anybody wants to see a certain color. Why did YouTube just ask me if I wanted to add a Q&A sticker? And you know what it suggested? Something about food not having calories. What does that have to do with anything I'm talking about? Oh my goodness, YouTube is weird. Here is one coat of Frosty's nose hairs. That was so random. YouTube is weird, y'all. Gosh, I wish I could get back to Instagram. It had its moments, but I tell ya. All right, so that was the nostril series. Now we'll move along into the doorbusters. So again, all those nostril series, those are $11.50 each. And all of this is releasing November 28th at 6 a.m. She getting up early Central Time. 6 a.m. Central Time. Because Tammy don't sleep, apparently. Okay. So I do have, like I said, three of the doorbusters. So we'll start with the one that I'm wearing because it is absolutely stunning. Now, I know it's only going to show one way in this light. So, like my camera, it's coming up the orange bronze. In bright light, all that you see that's that orange bronze looks red. So, depending on what light you're in, it looks a little different. This is like my jaw hit the floor when I opened this one. It is stunning. I was so excited. Thank you for sending me this one, Tammy, because it is beautiful. All right. So this is all warm and cozy like, and I'll give you guys the official descriptions on everything as I come through with the second coat. But we'll go ahead and get our first coat on here. This is one of the doorbusters. So the doorbusters, before I get too far here, on November 28th, they will be $11. After November 28th, they will go up to $12. So it looks like there are, let's see, 2, 4, 5. Correct me if I'm wrong, Tammy. I see 5 doorbusters total that you will have. I have 3 of them to show you tonight. And again, on November 28th, they'll be 11. After November 28th, they go up to 12. Still very much worth it because I'm telling you guys, my lights will only show it off one way here. But it in person, this one is so beautiful. Tammy says 5 and surprises. And like you can see in the bottle way on the edge, there is like very extreme low light angle. There's like a hint of green in there, which I have seen on my nails. But again, that's like a super extreme low light angle that I saw it. It has the Mordor Shimma in it. Oh, for that, your little box of horrors polish, the Mordor one. Got it. With hollow. Yes. Yeah, you definitely get the little sparks of the hollow in there, but even one coat. But again, it's 2 coats on my nails, which I know you can see in the background too. But I love that one. I wonder if I get, oh, here. So now you can see in the bright light how it pulls red. It's got all the pretties. I love that one. Absolutely love it. All right. Next up here, we have a reflective flaky, which I'm always a fan of. Jessica says, gorgeous. It looks pretty on you. Oh, thank you. I know. I love it. I don't know if I'm going to want to take this off to actually swatch anything. Or I'll do my swatch photos and then I'll just put it right back on. All right, next up is Frozen Fractals. This is a reflective glitter bomb. Let me grab my flashlight again. So you can really see those reflectives pop. It's so sparkly. Oh, beautiful. See, Tammy knows me so well. She sends me the blues. The blues and like the funky earthy colors. I love the browns and the neutral bases, like the Pruglies. I love me some Pruglies. All right, let's go ahead and see what this looks like on one coat. Ooh, this is going to be pretty. Look at all those colors popping already from the hollow and the reflectives. There she is in one coat. And we got a good amount of little flakies in there. So that is Frozen Fractals. All right, let me just pull this out here before I forget. All right. Ooh, sorry, y'all. Didn't mean to bump you. Give you guys shaken baby syndrome. All right, last but not least, let me grab these so I am prepared, because I should have taken these out of the package already and I did not. All right, I have a polish that I think has been in the works in some degree for quite a while now. So Tammy apparently is a huge fan of Die Hard as a Christmas movie, which my husband will fight somebody about. He says it's a Christmas movie. I disagree, but it's his opinion. He can have it. So Tammy has come out with this beautiful polish. Oh, she says, and Rambo too. So this is a reflective and a magnetic. So there's the reflective. And let me see if I can get y'all a little bottle pull here. I just want to find my good, there's my chunky magnet. So there's our pull. I know it's hard to see in the bottle because it disappears right away. LJ says Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I won't argue with you guys. I mean, I prefer It's a White Christmas. You know, I'm a little cheesy and sappy that way, but you do you, boo. I mean, if you like Die Hard, I don't hate the movie. I just wouldn't necessarily categorize it as a Christmas movie, okay? But now here's the fun thing about this polish. So it is, obviously, as I've implied, based on Die Hard. And you kind of get a choice in naming it, because if you order this polish, again, it's a doorbuster, it will be $11 on November 28th. If you order this polish, you get to pick what you want to call it. She will send you 2 different butt label stickers. So as you can see, mine does not have anything on the bottom right now. So you could go with the tried and true, just plain yippee-ki-yay. Or we all know which one I'm going to pick. Yippee-ki-yay, mother. I don't want YouTube to ban me, so I'm not going to finish that, but you can read what you can read. So this is the sticker that I will be putting on the bottom of my bottle, but if you want to keep it a little PG, you can use just the Yippee-ki-yay. You will get both stickers. Just says it's the only Christmas movie in this house. LJ, how is it not a Christmas movie? It takes place at a Christmas party. I mean, it's a stretch, but I can see where y'all are coming from. Okay, I'll give you that. It is a little stretch, but that's okay. Jess says, Tammy, I don't even need a drop-down menu, you know. No, you're going to get both stickers. She'll automatically send you both stickers. So you can pick whichever one you want to actually stick to your bottle. So for all intents and purposes tonight, I am just going to call this Yippee-ki-yay because I don't want to get booted off of YouTube for cursing. Although I know YouTube allows cursing because I've heard it in my kids' videos. But I don't... I don't need to chance that. Because if I can't go live on YouTube right now, I can't go live at all. So we're just going to play by the rules and behave. So, all right, here we go. This is a reflective and a magnetic. So I will show you the one coat once I get it on here, unmagnetized. And then I'm going to send it off to the side here on the magnet to do its thing. And it's asking me to add another Q&A sticker, this time sweet or salty snacks. Why is YouTube like this? Y'all, I can't. Both, YouTube. I like both sweet and salty snacks, if you must know. It's a snack. The only thing I pretty much say no to is anything spicy or like seaweed. Vegetables are not snacks. I will say that. We don't do vegetables. All right. Here she is in one coat, unmagnetized. Just as gorgeous as she can be. We are going to set her off to the side there to do her thing in the cat eye style. Stay, please. And then I am really curious to see how this will look. So we're going to do a little playing around here. I'm going to try to set it up a little bit this way where it's kind of out of my way, but you guys can still see it. I just don't want to bump it. All right, so what I've done, I'll give you guys a little DIY tutorial here too. So I have these little ball magnets. I actually got mine from Maniology. They were sent in one of the MXM boxes, but you could buy these little magnet balls on Amazon. So I'm going to put it behind my silicone mat here. And I'm going to try not to bump it because I want it all to stay in the same place. We're going to see how this looks with those little ball magnets. Because I did this once before for a Manny. And I made a decal out of it and it turned out so cool. Oh, see? Yes. Do you guys see that? Like starburst pattern it goes to? So if you've never made a decal, real easy. So you're going to do this on your silicone mat, whatever. And then you're going to put, let me find it. Where are you? Oh, you're over here. So I had always been taught not to use actual like top coat because it dries out too much. It gets too hard and your decal will crack. So what you do is I'll put another second coat on that, but you let that dry. And then I just go to the dollar store and I get this New York Colors. So it's actual nail polish. It's clear nail polish. It's not top coat. It's clear nail polish. So it just is called Classy Clip. But you can get any brand. I just go to the dollar store and this is what they have. So once I do the second coat on here and that dries, then you just slap a nice thick coat of this over it, let that dry, and then you can peel it right off. And then you can use sticky base coat on your nail and it's a decal. There you go. You just got a little decal tutorial. But I just wanted to see how that was going to turn out in that pattern. Tammy says we will be 80s. What are we being 80s for? Oh, Jessica said, Tammy, if you have a Die Hard theme for PBE next year and make t-shirts, I want to be the crew. This crew says yippee-ki-yay. We're going to be 80s? Like 80s theme? Is that going to be our theme? Did you finally come up with a theme? Oh, I'm excited about this. Okay. All right. Let me move along or we're going to end up being here for like 3 hours tonight. Okay, we're going to come back through and do our second coats. I will read you the official descriptions. I will go through pricing again for you and all the good things. Another moderator. Just say, okay, whatever. For real? Oh, this is going to be the best. Tammy says she's going to be Madonna with the boob bra. Who's going to be Madonna with the boob bra? I know you're not talking about me because, ma'am, I don't have no boobs. You're going to need to find somebody else to fill out that boob bra. Because it sure ain't going to be me. No, ma'am. Ma'am, I am not equipped to handle a Madonna boob bra. I don't care how many pairs of socks you bring me. It ain't going to help. I mean, 80s theme would be really cool. And blonde wig. Well, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to a blonde wig. LJ says you don't need to have them with the cone bra. Oh my God, Tammy, you're killing me. I could just see Kurt's face. I could just see Kurt's face. If I come walking out into that hall looking like Madonna. Oh, good Lord. Okay. All right, we're moving on. This would be the whole reason. Yeah. I will say 80s theme would be really cool. I'm just not sure how good of a Madonna I would make. Just saying. All right, we're coming back around to the nose hairs because, nothing leads up to nostrils like Madonna. So this is St. Nick's nose hairs. This is going to be a trio, the nostril series, released November 28th at 6 a.m. Central Time. These will be $11.50 each. So first up, again, doesn't look like much in the bottle, but have some faith because it turns into something good once you get it out the bottle. If I can get it open. There we go. All right, so we've got our one coat down. Here is our second. So now it looks like a hairy leg instead of just a nostril. So here it is, two coats. And the official description is a black jelly base with black micro shreds, black glitters, and black micro hollow. So I don't know if I can get you close enough where you can really see. It wants to be out of focus, but you can see those little pops, especially like if you look, let's see, like right up at the top there, you see, and you can see the little pops of color. It's out of focus, but you guys are looking for pops of color. So that is the micro hollow. Just says sorry for my leaving and coming back. I'm not very good at YouTube. I'm not very good at YouTube either. I didn't even notice. Like, I don't get so YouTube doesn't do like Instagram where when you guys show up, it doesn't show me in the comments when someone joins. I don't know you guys are here or see who is here until y'all comment. So I have no clue who's watching me until someone makes a comment and then I know you're here, which is what irritates me most, I think, about YouTube. I mean, I think I could probably tap on like the people up at top and see who's all in here like you can on Instagram, but I don't want to have to do that all the time. Like I'm trying to, keep things moving on this end. So, yeah, I didn't even know you left and came back. I don't even watch that number up there because it goes up and down and up and down and up and down. So I don't know who's here until you comment. But hello to anybody that is here. I apologize if I don't say hi to you because I don't know you're here until you comment. So I'm not trying to ignore anybody, I swear. All right, next up in the nostril series, this is Rudolph's nose hairs. So we'll go ahead and get our second coat on there, and then I will read you the official description. I think I want to do green under this. This is going to be like, I want to stamp holly leaves, and then I'm just going to top it with this. And that'll be my Christmas Mammy. I have enough Christmas plates. I'm sure I have holly leaves somewhere. So here is Rudolph's nose hairs, two coats. So the official description of this one is a black jelly base with black micro shreds, red fire hollow glitters, red glitters, and gold micro hollow. So let's see if I can get you guys close where you can see. Oh yeah, you guys can see all those colors popping. That is 2 coats. All right, and then last up here in this trio of the nostril series, this is Frosty's Nose Hairs. You can see it in the bottle. Here was our 1 coat. We'll get our second on there. I'm really getting snowflakey vibes off of this one. So I think I might see about doing some kind of snowflakes in the background of this one. I'm excited to play around and see what I can come up with. So here we are, 2 coats of Frosty's Nose Hairs. The official description for this one is a black jelly base with black micro shreds, frosty blue glitter, white glitters, and silver hollow micro glitter, which you can see popping all over the place in this one. All right, that was the Nostril series. Those are $11.50 each, available November 28th. Now we'll get into the doorbusters for our second coat. So first up, All Warm and Cozy Like, which is the one that I am wearing. That's 2 coats. So we'll go ahead and get our second coat on our swatch wheel, or stick, not wheel. Y'all knew what I meant. All right, so I have like a whole month of Sunday night swatching to catch up with everybody. So what has everybody been doing while I've been on band hiatus? And other than Tammy, because I know Tammy's been mixing and mixing and mixing some more. All right, here it is, 2 coats on our swatch stick, All Warm and Cozy Like. So the description on this one, if I can get it to focus again, this is a beautiful dark brown jelly base that gives way to intense fireside shimmer ranging from red, orange, bronze, and gold, with a crackling of scattered hollow and hollow flakies. So here's an up close. This one is gorgeous. So like I said, in my warm light here, it's just showing the orange bronze. But if you get it in a brighter light, then you really see the red. And of course, more of the hollow pops. So like out in the sun, yeah, it looks like you've got a glowing fire on your fingers. We haven't had a lot of sun here recently, though. I think we lost our sun privileges again. It's been overcast and gloomy and cold. I don't like it. We're cold. All right, next up in the doorbusters here, this is Frozen Fractals, which is another reflective with those gorgeous flakies. You guys see those popping in there? I love me some flakies. Tammy says, I think that's everywhere. Oh, the cold now? Yeah, but like my definition of cold up here and yours down there are wildly different. Cold down by you is not that cold compared to what we get. I mean, I know you guys get low like in the 40s or whatever, and I mean 40s is still cold anywhere you go, but I just know it's coming. The single digits, it's coming, and I'm not ready for it. Thank God for heated jackets. I definitely make use of that. All right, here we are, 2 coats. So you can see all the hollow and those beautiful flakies. If my camera would focus, there we go. No, I'm dying in 50s. All right, so the official description on Frozen Fractals is a squishy jelly blue base with a beautiful violet pink shimmer, crystal flakes that range through the rainbow, scattered hollow, and reflective glitters in silver, gold, and dark purple. So let me grab my flashlight here and we can get some of those reflectives to pop again. This one is so pretty. I love it. All right, that is Frozen Fractals. So again, the Doorbusters, November 28th, 6 a.m. Central. On November 28th, they are $11. If you wait till after November 28th to buy them, they will be $12 each. Okay? Okay. All right. Our last one here. So here is 1 coat magnetized of Yippee-Ki-Yay. You guys can fill in that last blank. Say it in your head. All right, we'll go ahead and get our 2nd coat on here, and then I'll throw it off screen to do the cat eye thing again. And then we'll do a 2nd coat on our little burst pattern up there. And again, this is stunning, even unmagnetized. So if you just maybe aren't a huge fan of magnetics or are too impatient to wait for magnetic to set the way you want it to, I mean, feel free to use it unmagnetized. There's no law that says you have to magnetize a magnetic polish, because that is absolutely gorgeous as it sits. All right, let me go ahead and throw that one on over here to do its thing. And then I'm going to throw a 2nd coat. I would slide this down for you guys now, but I want it to be in the same spot that it was, so that the magnet pulls the same pattern. But once it dries a little bit, I'll pull it up so you guys can see it a little better, because I know that's kind of far away. All right, so that was Yippee-Ki-Yay. Again, don't forget, you get to choose what you want it to say. You will get both stickers. Choose wisely. All right, I'm just going to let that dry a little bit, and then I will show you guys it again, especially the 2nd coat cat eye, because it is gorgeous magnetized over here in the cat eye style. I really like that too. So I want you to see that, but we can chit chat just for a minute here while that is setting up. So I didn't really see any comments. I hope I'm not missing them. What has everybody been up to? Anything fun that I missed while I was gone for a month? If you guys aren't on, I think most of you are on my Facebook page, but if you're not, then you don't know the reason I was gone all of October for marching band. They won state again this year. So they are now 10-time state marching band champions. I am so excited. I am so proud of them. It was amazing to see that. We were actually shocked, to be honest, when they announced the team or the band that we thought was going to win, when they announced them as 2nd place. We all kind of erupted, which I feel sort of bad about, but I think it was more just shock. because they did that to us last year when they announced us as second place. They started going nuts and screaming and cheering because they knew they won. And that doesn't feel very nice. And here we did it to them this year, so I feel a little bad, but like we were just so shocked because we honestly thought that they were going to take first place again. Because they actually won. So marching band has these things called caption awards. So there's four different caption awards that you can win. There's one for best percussion, best overall music, best overall visual, and then color guard. They took 3 out of the 4. So usually when a team is taking or a band is taking 3 out of the 4 captions, that's typically who takes overall first place. So when they announced the captions, we're like, okay, well, we're second place again. And that was cool. Like the kids worked so hard. It was an amazing show this year. It was a very meaningful show. It meant a lot to them. It was a good friend of the directors that basically arranged this show specifically for our school band. Um, so we were okay with second place, but then they announced the other band, and yeah, we all kind of lost it. It was pretty incredible. 10 times, yes. Yep. Yeah, they're 10-time champs now. So I don't know what next year's show is going to be. Like they won't announce it obviously till mm, more towards the end of the year. I think in the summer they announce it. So I'm excited. I'm very impatiently waiting to see what next year's show could be. But band rivals are vicious. We try really hard to get our kids to not be that way. And our kids, like, as we're walking past the other bands on and off the field, we'll be like, hey, like the ones that are still waiting when we're coming off, we'll be like, hey, good luck, have a great show. Or the ones that are coming off while we're waiting will be like, that was a great show, good job. Like, we really try to keep our kids nice. You know what I mean? I think we are all just, none of us actually, as bad as it sounds, I don't think we were expecting to win this year. And that's a whole nother story I won't get into. Just because it'll be like a 10-minute diversion here that is not really necessary at this point, but maybe someday I will explain to you the idiosyncrasies of the band world at this point. But yeah, so that was one of the biggest things that happened to me personally, anyways, while I've been gone in October. Um, so yeah, we are 10-time state champions now, and I'm super proud of them. Next year, my little guy will be in the marching band as well. So next year is going to be really hard on me. Y'all might need to like check in on me. I'm going to be a mess because it will be my oldest son's last year and then my youngest son's first year. So I'm going to be a mess all of October. So even if I wanted to come on and do lives, I probably would be in no shape too. So just know that next October will probably be the same. I'll be on hiatus the whole month. All right. While I was yapping, the polish was a dry-in. So let's go ahead and look at Two Coats Magnetized. This is stunning, you guys. Look at this. This is Yippee-Ki-Yay. Again, fill the blank in your head. I don't want to get banned from YouTube for cursing. But there it is, 2 coats in the cat eye style. That is gorgeous. I love it. All right, and then our little decal friend here. So that's how it turned out over the little ball magnets. So, and you guys saw how super easy that was. Now, I really should have left it there, and I probably won't use this, so it doesn't really matter at this point, but were you to actually want to use this as the decal, obviously you'd want to keep it on the magnet still. Like, I'm not going to try to put it back on now because I'll never get it back exactly the same. But just like when you're wearing it regularly on your fingers, you may want to make sure to magnetize when you top coat it too. Same theory here. So to turn it into the decal, you would take, again, just regular clear nail polish, not top coat, but clear nail polish. I just get this from the dollar store. Okay, I have like 5 bottles of it because it's dollar store. And then you just go right over with a nice thick coat. Like I really slather it on there. And go a little bit over the edges of where you've painted. And then once that dries, you can just peel it right off of the silicone. And then you put sticky base coat. Like Tammy's got the tacky trousers, right? That's the name of yours? Your sticky base coat. You put that on your nail and then you would lay this on it. And then you clean off the extra. You know, you can use your little cuticle pusher and acetone and some acetone and a cleanup brush, clean around the edges, and then you top coat. You know, with whatever you like, illuminate or whatever your favorite quick dry top coat is, but it's a fun way to make some interesting magnetic designs. So there you go. A little swatching, a little chit chat, little tutorial. You're welcome. Again, these little beads, I got them, so there's like a ton of them. And I did try, yeah, let me just say this. I did try this before where I actually put a ball in the middle too, so that it looked more like, it did not turn out as cool. I would just let you guys know, I tried it for science. It did not turn out as cool as it does with the open center. Just an FYI. I mean, if you don't believe me, feel free to try. That's on you. But yeah, you can pick up little ball magnets like this on Amazon. I'm sure has them. I just happened to get mine from Maniology. It was one of their little freebie gifts in one of their monthly boxes that I get. So I've been having a little bit of a fun time with those. I really like this pattern though. This pattern is really cool. All right. I think that's it. Yeah. Yippee-ki-yay, mofos. That one is so pretty. I love that. And I'm gonna, if anybody ever asks me what I'm wearing, when I'm wearing it, I'm gonna say it just like that. Yippee-ki-yay. Except I'm gonna use the actual word. And then they're gonna look at me like I've gone crazy because they have no clue what I'm talking about. But it'll be funny. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. Tammy, thank you so much for sending me these to play around with. Thank you for trusting me with them. I will subsequently be working on swatch photos in the upcoming week or two, and I will make sure to get those to you. But of course, I had to show them off to you guys live first. So keep an eye out for official photos to come. I'll be putting them on Instagram, on the Insta. So thank you for sending these to me. I'm having so much fun with them already, as you can tell. Thank you guys all for hanging out with me tonight. I am so happy to be back. We'll do some more catch up next weekend. Next weekend, I think I'll probably try to get back to all my PBE stuff that is still sitting here in bags staring at me. Because, y'all, I still have a bunch from PBE. I still have a lot of PBE stuff to get through. So I think we're going to go back to that. But yeah, I hope you guys all have a wonderful week. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Take care, y'all.